Hello，在看着我们 live 的一些 City Plus FM 的听众朋友或者是观众朋友，跟你们说声好。那其实呢，我们今天有一个非常特别的这个环节，这也是一个特备的访问节目，就有认识了一位在国外的歌手，他本身呢就是有做自己的音乐，然后我觉得比较有趣的是，他算是怎么说呢？之前是业余，现在是全职在做了，而且也因为在这个疫情COVID-19 的这段期间呢，他自己本身也是有录制了自己的一些单曲，所以今天呢就连线了在美国 Phoenix Arizona 的这位歌手呢，跟我们一起来谈谈的。所以过程当中呢，我们会聊一聊关于他自己本身的音乐，他自己本身的喜好等等哦。那在这里先给你介绍一下，So on the other side, on our StreamYard, our live, we have River Iris. Hi, River.
Hi.
Yeah. So, how do you feel to talk to someone from Malaysia now?
Totally normal. It's totally normal for me. I'm very used to it. Like we've talked about, I've traveled there several times, so
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with other languages and all that. So
I
yeah.
see. I mean, you've been to Malaysia a couple of times, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you like the most about Malaysia?
Definitely the food. I feel like the food is the best food in the world.
Oh.
Yeah, I just like how it's a mix of so many different things and
Uh-huh.
like it really packs a punch in terms of flavor and spices. So yeah, I would say char kway teow, which I love.
You can take spicy food.
Yeah, I like spicy food. Yeah, well, I've grown accustomed to it. I would say maybe when I was younger I couldn't take it, but you know, you just eat it more and more, and it grows on you. And so now I'd say I'm good with it.
But I think most singers they don't like to take spicy food because they need to take care of their voice. So you
But
don't
I'm
mind
gonna
about
eat
that.
the laksa.
Sorry?
But I'm gonna eat the laksa. I mean,
Okay. So do you have any special treatments to take care of your voice so that you can sing better? Like how you make on your the songs and your singers as well?
Well, when I was growing up, I had 7 years of lessons, so I have a decent background in terms of training, and I do regular exercises and warm-ups before everything. And I also steam my throat a lot, so I have like a little portable steamer that you just breathe in and out, and you can put different kinds of oils and stuff in there. I do that a lot, just because the moisture is really good. Yeah, so that kind of
It
stuff.
helps, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Actually, how long have you been singing?
Oh gosh, since I was born.
Since you were born?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's photos
Okay.
of me at like 3 years old with a microphone. So
I thought even you cry with melody, just
yeah.
songs like singing. So do you still remember the first song that you encountered that you sing?
That I sang in public? Or just
Yeah,
that
maybe
liked
in
her?
public. In public.
In public. You know, it may have been like a Kelly Clarkson song.
Kelly Clarkson. Okay.
Yeah, maybe Breakaway. I also
Uh-huh.
sang that when I was younger, Christina Aguilera. So I sang that song Beautiful by Christina Aguilera, which is a great song.
Okay. So you like the pop songs?
I like pop, yeah. I'm definitely a pop girl.
I can hear from what you have sang before, and then from singers is considered as a pop. The genre is pop. So, do you listen to any other genre like jazz and maybe rock as well?
I would say I like all genres. I'm not opposed to anything. In terms of what I listen to on the side, like personal taste, it's gonna be more like electro pop or it's kind of like chill music. Maybe some R&B, but I do like classical rock if we're talking like classical American kind of stuff. It's not my go-to. Maybe 90s. 90s is a good.
Well, yes, I do like it as well.
90s rock and 90s rock pop.
Yes, it's different from the hard rock because some heavy metal. To me, I don't really like heavy metal because it's too hard for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. If you're talking about the electro pop, okay, how about your single that debuted on 8th of May recently, Bet on Your Love? So is it produced based on what you love?
It's definitely inspired by what I love. I wouldn't say it's produced based on anything. It was a very like fluid writing experience. So we didn't have any set expectations of it has to sound like this or anything like that. I will say the only thing that when we were writing it, I said that it had a very Julia Michaels kind of feel, the plucked guitar in the beginning or the plucked strings. And so I was into that, but I don't think we really based it off of anything. We kind of just let the ideas come to light, I guess.
I see. Do you play any instruments, by the way?
I play the guitar and the piano, but I don't perform with them. I just play really so I can write. Yeah, I do love them though. I love them. One day.
Yeah, we'll try to compose the song since that you play instruments.
Oh, do I try to compose songs?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm writing constantly. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm working on 3 that are about to go into production, and I'm always writing, like just throughout the day, making notes on my phone of titles, things I like.
So how do you get your inspirations? Because some people, especially to the composer, sometimes they would say, okay, I don't have any idea. I don't inspired by something, so I don't have any idea to write it. So since that you say you constantly write the song, so where's your inspirations come from?
So inspiration for me is, there's definitely passion that goes into that. And I'm sure a lot of people will give you really passionate answers. But for me, there's a book I really like called The War of Art. The War of Art. And it talks a lot about how inspiration doesn't really strike you, you strike it. So for me, it's more of like, if you put the work in, you will find what you're looking for. So I just make it a point to write, even if it's crappy, even if it's silly, like however it turns out, I just try not to judge it, because the more work I do, the more likely I am to find like my niche and like what I'm good at writing. So I would say, like, in terms of inspiration, like anything can be inspiration, but I kind of just like let my mind wander and like, I don't know, I just let it do the work. As long as you're putting the work in, I feel like you're doing a good job. I don't think it's like,
you can write on everything, right? Anything you can write on.
Anything. I mean, life is just one big experience, so it's I don't know. I don't find it hard to find inspiration, if that's,
Oh, that's really cool, because not everyone can do that. Honestly, not everyone can do that. So I think that's a gift. I would call it a gift. Yes. Yeah. So right before you debut your first singer, you cover a lot of songs, right?
Yeah, I love doing covers. I love covering stuff.
So is there any specific artist or the singer that you prefer to do the cover?
Oh gosh, I love so many singers. My favorite people to cover are probably Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys
for sure. Ariana Grande. Lady Gaga. I love Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Tori Kelly, Jessie J. Those are probably some of my tops. So
any male singer, because all the list you listed is all the female singers.
Yeah, I mean, from time to time, I'll do like some Justin Timberlake or whatever's groovy.
Okay.
Yeah,
you like to try some. You like to try some Justin Timberlake songs here. I mean, just a phrase or maybe just few lines. Let's see how it sounds like to be sung by a female singer.
Let me pull up some of my list and
no worry. Yeah. In the meantime, basically, you do music as your full time, right?
Yeah.
Your career.
My career. Yeah.
Your full time career. Okay. So would it be hard? I mean, like in state there?
That's a big question. It all depends on what you think a career in music means, because there are so many versions of success in this industry, and I think a lot of people might be blinded by this idea that you have to be a huge or a huge pop star.
Yes.
And for me, that's a great goal, sure, but for me, success is a lot different. And for me, it involves my fans, and I just want to connect with people and share what I love doing because it means more to me than anything in the world. So, I mean, if I'm selling out a show to 20 people, that's success in my mind versus, maybe one day I'll sell out a whole stadium and that'd be awesome. But, it's not necessarily about that.
I like that. I like that concept because not everyone can take to it. Most people, if they want to sing, they become the artist. They want to be some kind of the huge celebrity, like what you say. Yeah, that's how they define success.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for your song, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's try. Maybe just a few lines.
Maybe just a few lines.
Yes.
Didn't have to run. I know it was love from a mile away. But I had to catch you running through my mind all day. Baby.
That's how Alicia Keys sing, but Justin Bieber. It just sounds like that to me.
Well, I'll take that compliment. Alicia Keys is a Wonder Woman, so.
Yes. She is. So, what kind of singer would you classify yourself as?
The real kind.
How real? Because I mean, like some people would define them as maybe a pop singer, a rock singer, or maybe a lot of definition on that. So, how do you define yourself?
I'm gonna give such a crappy answer. I hate being defined. Like, it's so sad that we have to, and I know it's just how our brains work to put us into little boxes so it's easier for people to digest. But the reality is I love to sing everything. I like to sing Sarah McLachlan and Sarah Bareilles Ellis, and then I also like to sing Jessie J, and I'll sing Justin Timberlake and Elton John, like whoever. I like all music, so yeah, I'm definitely a pop singer, but if you wanted me to do a big powerhouse ballad, like I would whip that out too. So I don't know. That's a hard one.
Have you tried something like Eerie Billy?
I'm sorry?
I think I forgot the name. Ellie Billish, right?
Oh, Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish. Yes.
Yeah, she's great. I mean, she's a good example of what I'm describing because she's just carved her own little genre. I mean, it's definitely electropop-ish, but it's kind of like moody and dark and all of these things. I'm sure some people will be like, well, there's a specific word for that. But so I like to kind of follow in her footsteps and be kind of genre defining in my own way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I do love her. She's a great writer. Oh my gosh.
Definitely she is. Okay.
And so I think some of her stuff too.
All right, let's back to your performance. I mean, like what you have did before, because I'm sure you have do a lot of gigs, right?
Probably not as many as people think. But yeah, I've done a fair amount, but nothing crazy,
Okay, how do you define crazy?
Some people small shows like at coffee shops and restaurants and stuff like that, nothing crazy yet. So we'll get there.
So what has been the best performance of career so far? What do you think? Your first singer or maybe other than that?
My best performance probably when one time when I'm alone in the house and I'm all by myself singing like the biggest song in the world.
So you do need some ambience or the environment for you to have the feeling to sing, right?
Can you repeat it? I'm sorry.
I mean, like you need some setup on the environment, or maybe some feeling for you to sing to sink in the emotion of your singing.
Yeah, emotion is huge with singing. And I learned that more and more every year because I know I pointed this out to you, but I'm a perfectionist. And so that's probably my biggest struggle as a singer because I think a lot. And the reality is my body knows what to do. My vocal cords know what to do. So I'm really slowing down the process when I'm up here thinking, make sure you hit that note, make sure you hit it, and it's unnecessary. And so for me, I work really hard on the emotional aspect of a performance. and trying to really get into the flow and like feel the atmosphere and the audience and whatnot. So yeah, that's definitely something I struggle with, but that I'm making into a strong suit of my own by working on it a lot, I'd say.
Do you think emotion is more important than the technique when come to singing? Because both is also, I mean, it's equally important to me, but I'm not sure some people will just put it, okay, the emotions comes first and then only the technique.
Well, here's what I'll say. I really like this vocal instructor, Stevie Mackey, and I'm going to horribly misquote him probably, but he said something along the lines of excellence doesn't mean flawless. It just means blameless. And to me, that's like, I might not give a flawless performance, but I'm not going to judge it. And the value of was I effective is in the audience's response. So if they felt what I was singing, and if they want to hear more, then I was an effective singer. And so, I mean, he put it something like that, but that I'm doing. But yeah, I would say they're equally valuable. It's honestly hard for me because my gut instinct is to tell you,
you are perfectionist, you know?
Yeah, you have to sing it perfectly. But that's not the reality. The reality is people don't hear perfection. They hear nuances and the breath you take at the end of a word or the breath you expel and how one little syllable can sound so full of emotion versus the perfection of a different note. So yeah, they're equally valuable, but I think a lot of people would say emotion might have a bit of an upper hand as long as you have decent technique. And if you're really delivering, then I think that's what matters.
Yeah, as long as you can just make people like having the same feeling, I think that's considered as a quite successful performance.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, so just another question to you. This is what I think my friend were going to ask you, okay? What made you decide to pursue a career in entertainment?
Oh gosh, nothing made me decide this. I feel like it chose me, you know? Like I said, I was 2 years old with a microphone, and when they started asking me, you know, at whatever age, what do you want to be when you grow up? I would say Britney Spears. So I feel like it was just kind of inside of me from the get-go. And I've pursued several things, and I do have a lot of creative spirit, and I think creativity is probably the most beautiful thing in the world, but nothing compares to creating music like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I don't know. I wouldn't say like any one factor made me decide. It's just kind of, if I couldn't do anything else, I couldn't do anything else. I would be lost. So
all right. Since that you want to make music your full-time career, have you ever been to any talent search competitions, or maybe just for example, American Got Talents or The Voice? You know, everyone knows it.
Yeah. I've definitely done my fair circuit of those auditions and been invited to casting calls for those shows and whatnot. I don't like them. I have very strong opinions on those shows because it's TV. It's not I mean, yes, there are very good singers on there. There's loads of talent. Yes. And I'm sure the feedback is invaluable that some of them receive. But I mean, it's good for exposure, and beyond that, it's a program. So I've been to auditions where I've heard Whitney Houston next to me in the next booth, and she gets a no. So and then you hear some people go on the show go on those shows, plural, and they're just nowhere, you know, they can't even hold a tune sometimes, and it's just, I don't know. So I'm not a huge fan, but I do still do them. Now I'm not going to get a single call back.
But after all, I think the competitions, if you ever to make it through, it's a stepping stone, isn't it?
It's a stepping stone, yeah. Like I said, I think it's definitely really good for exposure. I think long term, though, it's probably more important to cultivate your sound. And yeah, I think that's more what might matter in the end, is cultivating your sound and what your niche is and what your brand is and who your fans are, and delivering to them the music they want to hear, rather than being a reality TV star on some music program. I mean, how often do you see those people become massively successful?
Yeah,
So
I do agree on that.
Versus, was Billie Eilish on one? And she won 5 Grammys last year. So
Yeah.
this year. So I don't know. They're
Just
okay.
focus on the music, right?
Focus on the music is way more important. Just do the work. I'm a very work ethic kind of oriented person. So I'm like, just do the work. Write, sing, practice, sing. Like, I don't know. So
just say if you are given a chance, to act in a blockbuster. So will you consider it?
Like a movie.
Yes, a movie.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a little bit of acting in terms of like theater. I would definitely do it, but I don't know if I'm any good. I'm okay.
So you will take up any other chance that given to you as long as you got the chance or platform for you to perform, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm very optimistic.
Okay, so how will you cope with singing career and your family life since you have your family now?
Yeah, I don't feel like I have to cope. I am
all right.
and my husband is the most supportive person on the planet, and on top of that, my mother-in-law, is my number 1 fan. So
okay.
Yeah, my family has always been supportive, so I don't feel like there's much coping. I mean, I do get overwhelmed, but I have, like I said, a lovely husband, and everyone takes good care of me. So yeah.
So you're lucky enough.
I'm lucky. I'm very grateful for my support system and my family and the family I, married into, and all those that I get to call my own now. And so, yeah, I'm very grateful.
All right. And last but not least, okay, you have done your first singer, the Bet on Your Love, right? So I'm sure you're moving on to your next one.
Right.
So when will it be debut?
I'll say it's coming soon, so everyone has to be ready.
So want to still keep it as a secret, right? It's still PNC.
It's a little bit of a secret. It's gonna be very soon.
Very soon. All right. Okay. So let's look forward to it. And today, I just would like to say thank you for you accepting for the interview in Malaysia here. So this is your first Malaysian interview, right?
Yeah, and it's been awesome.
Thank you so much. 那刚刚我们就是跟我们今天的这位嘉宾呢 River Iris 呢就谈了关于他自己本身的这个音乐生涯或者是歌唱生涯吧。他小时候其实就很喜欢唱歌了，所以就花了很长时间，也对音乐呢就不离不弃的，到现在为止呢终于有了自己的一些歌曲。那他的歌曲呢，你可以在一些平台，比如说在 YouTube 可以找得到，你在 YouTube 你找 River Iris 呢，你可以找得到他，或者 Spotify 也是可以听到他的一些歌曲了。那他最新的这个单曲呢 Bet on Your Love 有2个版本，一个是 acoustic 的版本，那另外一个呢就是他们自己已经编曲完成的版本。如果想听听看的歌曲的话，就到 Spotify 或者 YouTube 呢去 follow River Iris， 还有 Facebook 也是 River Iris。 Alright, thank you so much, River.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to looking forward to your new songs, your new singers. All right.
All the best. Thank you.
All the best.